Hey there, guys, and welcome to the Xbox Roundtable. This is episode number 147. This is your pal Invader, and hey, I hope everybody is doing okay. How's everybody in the chat? We're still waiting for everyone to fill in, but we're already got quite a few dedicated viewers here with us already. HTK360, Pang 911. Hey, my fellow Ontario buddy. Mike from NLG. Hey, Next Level Gaming. You know, we got the Gamers United Guild here. And UK Daz. Hey, Daz. What? Oh, yeah, lots of awesome people filing in already. Let's see, guys. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about. There's been a couple of notable Xbox Game Studio titles that were recently released that we will definitely be diving into. As well, Xbox recently unveiled their new UI for the dashboard that will be rolling out at the end of the year. And as well, we got a few other noteworthy topics to discuss. I'm looking forward to them. But before we get into all that, let me get into the panel intros. And you know what? I'll start off with Centurion. Hey, buddy, how are you doing?
Oh, not too bad, my friend. It is Sunday night, and it is time to talk about games and Xbox. Oh, and by the way, have you tried Observer yet? I mean, Observation on Game Pass? Excuse me, not Observer, Observation.
Oh, no. I mean,
Devolver?
No, I haven't. And when you said Observer, I'm like, oh, yeah, I beat that like a year or two ago. But
No. I keep calling it Observer. You know how I like to just call things different names. You know how I roll. But no, Observation, which was published by Devolver, I somehow just was like, I'm going to give it a shot. And I ended up playing that game from start to finish. I could not put it down until I beat it. And it's a really crazy game. It's all from the perspective of the space station's artificial intelligence. You are the intelligence. Like, you have to like open doors for these people. You have to like perform tasks. Like, they'll ask you to like verify their commands and stuff. But over time, you kind of see why they wanted you to be the intelligence, because you become basically the self-awareness of the intelligence, which I thought was really cool how they put that into the game.
It's like being one of those eggs from Black Mirror.
From where?
For anyone from that show Black Mirror.
Oh, never watched you.
No, okay.
Sorry.
Well, it sounds interesting. Sounds interesting. Observer's a great game, though, by the way, and they're remastering that.
No, I did not know that.
For I guess next gen or something. Is it either next gen or
no? They are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that the one with what was his name? Ruger? I think he passed away.
Rucker Howard, I think his name.
Rucker Howard.
Yeah, from Blade Runner.
Howard,
yeah. I met those guys back in. I met those devs back in 2016, I think it was. Great guys, man. Great guys. And I played the demo. I mean, when I go into E3, like, one of the things I do is go straight into like the indie games, and it was over there in that section. And because I always look for something new and like fresh, and that was one of the first games that really kind of just got my attention. And when I was playing the game, I was describing to the guy, the devs that were there, the game that it reminded me of Blade Runner, and then they told me about Rucker Howard being in the game, and that's where they got the inspiration from, part of it. So it was good.
And this is Observation?
No.
I mean, Observer?
Observer, yeah. I know we were talking about Observation, but it's you mentioned
I've heard of Observer. I've always been curious of it.
Good game. Never finished it like all my other games, but I did play it for a while. I do have it, but it's a great game. Everybody should check it out. And the one you were talking about too, Observation.
I just thought it was. I thought it was kind of a unique way of doing a puzzle game, because like literally you just like, they're like, you need to open the door, and you're like, well, how the hell do I open the door? And you got to start like kind of like poking and prodding and stuff, figuring how to open this door.
Observer, I highly recommend it. Funny enough, like you talk about, because Observation's in Game Pass, correct?
Yes, that's what made me pick it up. I was kind of floating around. I was wanting to do something different, a little sci-fi, and this is definitely like a sci-fi thriller. And I mean, it does get claustrophobic, because I mean, like, literally it all takes place on this little teeny space station.
Mm-hmm. I got to ask you though, like, a game like this, would you have played it any other way if it was on Game Pass or got it on sale, or even would even known about it, or just kind of
knowing how I buy games? I probably see. That's what I hate about it. I even asked Predator about this last night on the Shop podcast. Yes, I'm sorry. I am a victim of saying that this game probably would have never been played by me if it wasn't for Game Pass. And that does not make it a bad game in any way. That just makes it to where I'm trying to actually stop putting my nose up to indie games. That's why I've been kind of finding indie games that appeal to me. Because I mean, I really was a snob. I have been a snob to it. I'm, AAA or die. I don't know how to say it, but I've heard a lot of great things about indies, and I've been wanting to actually play them more. And that's where I was like, hey, I finally kind of just picked one out of the blue, and I gave it a shot, and I couldn't put it down until I beat it.
Right. Well, that's the thing, and it's easy to turn a blind eye to indie games, right? A lot of them seem kind of simplified, but in all honesty, there's a ton of really good and unique indie games out there. Like, you can get your dime a dozen shooters, which, I mean, hey, I have a soft spot for, but there's a lot of unique indie games, and I encourage everybody to give indie games a shot. Hell, a few of my favorite games this gen have been indie games, such as Cuphead, for example. I love that game.
Yeah, awesome game, man. Awesome game. Indies usually, they do step outside the box. It's just not to. You do something. They're more creative. They don't do things that you normally would see, that you expect to see on the big AAA games, and that's why I appreciate them more. I just think they're a lot more, I don't know, unique. A lot more artistic and creative. I'm just. You gotta love them, man. If you play games as long as I have, you really get to appreciate, people just actually just creating what they want to create instead of going for that immediate dollar. I think sometimes games like AAA games, they're going for like just what's the norm, whether it's the survival games that everyone's playing now, like the PUBG and everything like that. Like, I want people to step outside of that and just be different, and that's what you get from indie games. So I appreciate it. I appreciate the devs that really, they do sacrifice a lot of income and everything, taking that chance and risk on just being different. So yeah.
Absolutely. Now, Megatron, buddy, so I hope everything's been okay at your end. I know you got a drink in hand. What'd you end up getting?
I'm starting to get mega drunk right now.
He's like, I'm no longer going to be Megatron. I'm going to be mega drunk.
I'm drinking a little Moscato, right? Like half a bottle is in this like mason jar. I'm not even drinking out of a regular glass. So, but yeah, so I'm trying to keep my thoughts, and I'm under the influence already. And we're already a couple of minutes into the show. So yeah, that's my excuse for everything coming up out of my mouth in the next hour or two. But thanks. Thanks everybody for coming. And I've been playing Destiny. I haven't even gotten into Battletoads, man. Like, oh my gosh, haven't gotten into Battletoads. I was going to play. I had all this time to play it. Haven't tried it yet. I've been trying to catch up in Destiny. My power level is at 1021 right now, and everyone else is way above me. They're 1060, 1070, and I've just been trying to play that game of catch up because I'm just trying to roll with the big dogs, and I'm not there yet.
You mean you're not power level 9,000?
I feel weak right now.
Dude,
power level 9,000.
I have to laugh how there's like literally a measly couple of points difference between Megatron and the top dogs, air quotations. And it's just like, oh my God, dude, the grind on just leveling up one piece of equipment in Destiny, and you got to do it to multiple. Oh my God, just thinking about that grind is just, oh, I feel bad for you, Megatron.
It's fun when you're with friends. The thing
when you're with friends, yeah.
When you're with friends, and even sometimes when I'm playing like Gambit by myself or whatever, it's cool. But the problem with me is with Destiny is I'll play and then I'll stop. And then I'm so busy, between family and work. Sometimes I forget where I left off or, what missions I'm doing. It's just, I'm behind. I just get behind. It'll be months before I start playing Destiny again. And then I'm trying to catch up to what everyone else is playing, and it's just the kind of the struggle, man. Just But I'm getting there. I'll get there. So I got some free time again next week. I took almost the entire month of August off to play games, but I haven't had a chance to even do that as much as I would like. But still a lot more gaming than I've had previous months. So yep. But it's Destiny has been on my list of games that I've been playing and in my rotation, and I'm trying to get to Battletoads tonight, hopefully. So,
right. All right. Yeah, definitely. We all got a backlog to go through, and Game Pass, while it's a blessing in a lot of ways, it certainly doesn't help with the backlog. Eric Shockley, buddy, I know you're trying to get rid of a lot of your backlog in some ways. Physical parts.
I've been selling like my physical collection.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've made $1,000 so far. Not too much of a. Sorry. I think I only sold like a few games and got
like 2 or 3.
Mostly GameCube.
Mostly
Mario. Like GameCube games. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Paper Mario I had, that thing was like 130. I think that was because after that Origami King Switch one came out, it skyrocketed.
Mm-hmm.
Resident Evil 2 on Dreamcast, 115. So it was just like stupid prices.
Get out.
And most of my consoles
did you say
modded,
Resident Evil 2 on Dreamcast for $115? I bought that game for $5 when I was a kid.
Wow.
Yeah, that's one. Most of these games I bought for like pennies. But yeah, I've been selling most of those since most of my consoles are modded to play off of SD cards anyway. So, but one thing I did find that I was just nostalgic over this week was Marvel Ultimate Alliance that got delisted from PlayStation and Xbox a couple years ago. But I did find there is still a digital code if anyone still wants one. I got them both for 15 total. So you can still get that digital code out there if anyone.
Shockley, like he's like the hustler. He's like the dude that pulls up in the neighborhood and pops his trunk. And he's like, I got something for you, my friend.
That. Yeah,
he's got that New York trench coat on. That he's got watches. He's got controllers.
Oh my god, he's the dude from Coming to America opens it up, freaking hair dryers and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, that only came in my mind because they were delisting Horizon 3, so I bought that and I was like, I never got Horizon 2 because I never caught it with Games of Gold. I totally missed that, and I found sites. Let me see if I can find a digital code online still, and I did on a website. And on that same site is where I found the Marvel Ultimate Alliance, because I knew it was there in the store. I just came across it the other day. I was like, why is it still not there? But I was like, oh, it got listed. But I did find a code, but it's only for PSN. So
buy for
if anyone wants it,
30.
I did tweet out a link to if anyone wants it. So
nice grab, man. Nice grab. I need to go check my collection of games. I have bins of games of Xbox, Dreamcast, N64. I'm pretty sure I got some gems in there that I need to probably go through and maybe, I don't know, consider selling them. At least look at the price of what they're worth right now, because retro gaming, even the current gen consoles, check the prices. You can't find them anymore. You can't even find used. I mean, if you find used consoles, they're the value they're holding their value. So if you bought it for $250, it's probably worth like $300. So I've been looking at Amazon and some eBay stuff, and I haven't really found anything that's on the cheap. I mean, even the SAD edition, I hate to say that, but the all digital version of the Xbox, I think I've seen it for like $400, listed in some places. So wow. I don't know, man. These game people, it's been a hot thing now because everything that we've been going through, and the demand is so much higher.
What's my Wii U worth over there, Shockley?
I don't think Wii U's are worth much right now because they're basically making it worthless since they're putting the whole Wii U library on Switch. So
yeah, every game's practically getting a remaster of some sort.
I honestly, you want my opinion? I prefer the Wii U version of Mario Party than the Switch version. But that's a different subject.
Haven't played it, so I can't say. But I mean, I like Mario Party, so.
I like Wii U's only worth it for modding, really, at this point.
The Wii U's only worth it for modding. That's funny.
It is.
Oh boy.
And I will say the console streaming on Xbox works way better than playing the tablet on the Wii U. A lot more reliable.
right.
I've never experienced it, but I'll take your word for it.
You go into the other room and it like cuts off.
Oh, because you try to walk around. Yeah, I live in like a 600 some square foot apartment, dude. Yeah, that Wii U works perfectly wherever I drag it.
Sometimes it cuts off when I'm like sitting in front of the couch, and I'm like, "What the hell?" I'm right in front of it.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes it's hit or miss. Sometimes, but
that
rarely happens. But when it happens, it's like, "What the hell?"
I've never taken it more than probably 6-8 feet from the console, so I can't speak to the range of that thing at all.
So it's like a line of sight. I've played on it, but I've never had that problem. But I guess maybe it's a line of sight type situation, and if the cat walks in front of it, there it goes. It shuts off. So, I don't know.
Right. Well, all right, guys. We're still waiting for some others to file in. But before we get into the thick of things with the topics, I have to say a big thank you to everyone that follows the show. A few days ago, the channel hit 1,000 subs, and it's still continuing to grow strong. Thanks for sticking with us, and we look forward to hitting more milestones with you. So thank you, everybody who's in the chat, everybody listening live, and whoever listens after, whether on audio, other audio platforms, or just on a replay on YouTube. Just, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. It's really great to be a part of this gaming community. As well, a reminder that we do have a really awesome giveaway going on for a limited edition Cyberpunk 2077 Xbox One controller. This giveaway ends tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. So guys, do yourself a favor and definitely get in on this controller. It looks great. It's awesome. And we want to give this to a really special person. So definitely get on that and spread the news about it.
I think that's sold out, I think, almost everywhere, that controller, by the way. So that's definitely a get catch for those who has already picked it up. But yeah, I wish I can find another one.
Yeah, no, it's a hot commodity. All kinds of people were definitely looking for it. I remember a lot of people were asking about it. And yeah, it's just a nice looking controller in my eyes. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people were definitely looking for it. So nice snag there, Mega. You got one for yourself, right?
No.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I just got the console, man. I got the console.
Well, the console's nice too,
yeah. TXR, yeah. I got the console and it has the controller in it. So I'm thinking I'm going to pick up this base, though, because the base I'm looking on Amazon Prime, is still available. So I'm going to order that right now. Ordered.
Look at this man go. Look at him go. Yeah, I love the dedication here, guys. But yeah, no, it's a really good controller. Definitely get on that. Go over to our Twitter if you haven't already and look at the pinned tweet. It ends tomorrow at the end of the day. All right, guys, we will move on to our first topic of the evening. And this past week, we saw a couple of releases from Xbox Game Studios. One game in particular that's been generating a lot of buzz is Flight Simulator. It's gotten a lot of streamers have been promoting it, and you know what? It's just been seeing a lot of critical praise. I'm certainly interested in it. I have been ever since it was announced. I would love to hear the TXR panel's thoughts on this game. Centurion, I'll go over to you first, bud. What do you think of the game?
Flight Simulator? Oh my gosh, I want to actually try this game out. But I've also heard that it's been kind of overheating a few PCs, so I really don't know exactly how reliable my average computer would do with this game. I mean, I'm really wanting to try it out. I think it looks really cool. It definitely shows why. Oh my God, what's the name of the developer again?
Asobo.
Asobo. Okay, I didn't want to call him by the wrong name again. It definitely shows why Asobo is a really, really good developer and why there is a lot of rumors circulating around that Microsoft has looked into wanting to purchase them. And this would definitely kind of be a reason why. I mean, have you read some of the articles that you put with the topic? I enjoyed reading them. I mean, this game is actually considered one of the highest rated PC games, not only this gen, but I guess ever. I guess it rated pretty high up there. It was like 93, 94.
Yeah, if you look at the aggregation, it's well, I've been seeing stuff that's like the highest rated PC game, or it was.
Yeah, the highest rated one of the highest rated PC games ever, which I thought was absolutely cool. And I mean, like the articles that are coming out on this game, I mean, I'm going to do a video on this game just because, I mean, like you have people over here that are like literally going on real life plane flights from Los Angeles to Dubai. And like and these dudes are dressed up and it was like, what did it say? It was like 13 hours. These dudes full on decked out their room and everything to look like the cockpit, and they did like I guess like a 13-hour stream or something of them flying this plane to Dubai. I mean, this game Epstein Island, which was another one. Everybody was checking out what was going on Epstein Island, and there's this photo of like all these planes on Epstein's private island. I mean, dude, this game, it has gone viral. I don't care what no one says, and it's great.
Mm-hmm. There's a service you can pay for where you actually have live people that are normally air traffic controllers, and you pay for the service, and they actually are like, will get on you and like in real life.
Oh my God.
So you can get the full experience. So normally that was always there for those enthusiasts, but I'm sure this has had a huge spike.
Wow, that's some true.
And have you seen like the wheel and the air controls for like your PC? You know how like Forza has the steering wheel and the pedals?
Oh yeah.
Dude, like the thing's got the controls on it and stuff. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know people took it this seriously.
It's got the flap control thing and throttle in the middle there, the center, the three I've seen all of that, man. That looks I was called a nerd by a good friend of mine, but I'm like, hey, whatever, man. I like what I like, but I am really interested in this game. It looks great. I've always been a fan of flight simulators. I always, appreciate, something that actually, gives me the ability as close as I can to flying something without actually dying, because I know in real life that plane is going down. But the game looks phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Come on, Megatron. You look beautiful flying a plane, brother. Come on. You with a little captain's hat with the wings on your chest. Come on.
Oh, you're my wingman, buddy. We be at Redmond.
You already know.
We be at Redmond every other day till they throw us out.
Hey, NWA.
Oh man. Hey, Southie.
What's up, Sal?
What's going down, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight?
We're doing good, man. We just turned it up a notch when you came in the room, so
that's right. Get the party started.
Oh yeah,
I missed all you guys, man. Shit's been too long.
Too. Yeah, most definitely, bud.
Yeah, man.
But that flight simulator is looking great, man. Have you checked it out yet, South, or no?
Nah, you know what? I haven't. I haven't even hooked up my PC.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sitting in my closet, and I'm like, I need to bust it out, but I'm too lazy.
I have nothing in my house that runs that unless it's going to be on console. So as far as my experiences with it, I've been watching live streams of people having a ball with it. And
it looks amazing. You hear about the glitches and stuff. Of course, you're always going to hear the negative bullshit, but no, it's badass, dude. I think it's like revolutionary, to be honest.
Yeah, it's very impressive, the stuff that they're doing with the world mapping.
Yeah, the technology into it. Oh man,
that weather I heard was even realistic. So if they're literally using real time weather as you're playing the game. So that's that immersion. So that's something I'm definitely looking forward to. And have they announced it coming to console yet?
Yes, no. Well,
they said it is coming to at least Xbox Series X. They did.
It'll probably be next year, if I had a good guess. I'd say first quarter 21.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that would be a great launch game to have. I don't think it will make it by then, but yeah, somewhere in the first quarter or springtime would be really nice.
I'd say the first 6 months after Series X comes out, because people are already saying, oh, there's no games to come out. Why are we going to buy it? This and that. It's like, dude, I'm just so tired of the negativity, man. It's like, good. You got PS5 coming out. You got the Series X coming out. If you like what you like, get what you want. And it's your money. Have a ball.
Bro. Preach. That's exactly how I see things, man. And
if you like both, play both. If you like one or the other, fucking get it. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's twisting your arm to say, oh, don't get a PlayStation, don't get an Xbox. It's like, come on, bro, we're all adults. It's like you quit fanboying and fangirling. You know what I mean? It's like you're not gonna get any points from these executives. They're not gonna say, "All right, good job, buddy."
They're just upset because they don't have disposable income. That's all.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't play console
wars.
wars.
Want that.
Play games.
Yeah, console wars is for the birds.
Yeah,
and you know that's coming from a guy that that's accused of being one of the biggest fanboys. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I bleed green, but I'm not like blindfolded and just everything that comes out. I'm gonna just say, yes, man. No bullshit. If I see something that's wrong, I'm gonna call it out.
So that's why anybody that brings it, like we were talking about last night, I probably am labeled as an Xbox or an Xbox fanboy, but I'll put it out there right now. The reason why I like Xbox is because PlayStation has actually ripped me off. I still
you have a valid reason.
I invest in their ecosystem, but PlayStation is the one ecosystem that I will not invest in digitally. I own like 2 or 3 digital games because they were like deals that you could not refuse, and I had to go out and get like virtual currency. But I mean, like I literally have to like avoid putting my card on PlayStation, all sorts of stuff, just to basically make sure something can't happen. I mean, that's ridiculous. And I don't care how great the games are on over there. It is definitely not the environment for me because I mean, I've been ripped off and other stuff has gone haywire.
I'm glad you said that because, I had a PlayStation 4 for about 4 years, and I literally had maybe 6 games, and and I know it's all it did to collect dust, but literally all it did was collect dust. And, a couple times I did get online with people, like I just random, just dumbasses come in my party and just start talking shit, and I'm like, bro, I don't even play this this online stuff. Why are they talking shit to me? Like, it didn't even make sense. It was so negative, it just turned me off on the whole thing. And don't get me wrong, there's bad shit on Xbox too. You got little kids talking shit and everything else, but it was just so random to me, it bothered me. And it's just something that stuck with me. I don't know. Like I said, there's only a couple games on PlayStation that really stuck out for me. And anything else, I'm just like, whatever, I'll get on the Xbox. So it's really not that I'm missing so much that, damn, I needed a PlayStation. Hey, I'm perfectly happy with my Xbox and my Xbox experience. And what it is, honestly, when it comes down to Xbox, is the community. My friends I made on there, and just the love and the community. Bottom line is the community, and that's what I love about it.
Look at Downer in the chat.
I know, I saw that. Damn.
Yeah.
First super chat ever on TXR, man. At least I can remember, at least with us, the squad we have here, man.
Yeah, this is our first super chat, guys, and of course, it's from our very own Jeremy, the Downer, and
the Downer.
For $50, Jeremy says, "Let's get this super chat party started. Congrats to the guys on a job well done. A lot of the money will go to our great giveaways, so don't be shy." He is absolutely correct on that. Hit that super chat button now and ask a question. So, guys, do what Downer says. Hit the super chat, ask a question, and let's get this party rolling.
Downer got that Montana money, man.
I'm over here
disposable income.
I have to say though, man, this is like my first, steady podcast that I've done ever. I've done some content before with other podcasts, but this has been
you're a pro
fun.
now, brother.
I got a ways to go, man. You guys are the pros. I know I have a lot of learning to do, and
hey,
but,
I'm rusty,
growing,
man. It's been a long
growing.
time for me. You know what I mean?
Growing,
I
but
pop in and out, but you guys are the tits.
Yeah, I do appreciate hanging out with you guys and just talking games. And Miss Downer, I wish Downer was here right now. But yeah, and everyone that comes through every Sunday to check us out.
What's up with Timmy?
Tim's out and about, I think, for right now. I think he's recovering. He's been putting in a lot of work, bro.
Tim might be coming in. He's pretty tired, from, like Megatron was saying, working those long 12-hour days.
Yeah, so, and that's the biggest part about podcasting. It becomes like a second job, and it's like, how do you juggle family, work, and then your podcast? And it's like, like TXR is a piece of my heart. So regardless if I'm here or not, like I'm always like yearning. I got that pull to like jump in with you guys, and even though I'm late right now, like I just man, I love the podcast. I love you guys so much, and it's just a positive experience for me. And I appreciate everybody that I met through podcasting, and and the love I receive, even the hate. I appreciate it because that means I'm doing something. And like I said, it's just to me, it's all love.
It's how I got to know you, South, and Invader,
right?
And Centurion, and then Shockley is the newest person in the community that he's been there, but I didn't know until he got on our podcast, which is an honor. And like I said, to have people come on the weekly to take their time out just to listen to me babble, or whatever, or something like that, or the rest of the guys are
no, it definitely is an honor for somebody,
good.
Because like right now it's a Sunday evening. Most people are having family dinners or, get-togethers or something, but they take their time out to listen to us, and it's like, it is kind of an honor, you know what I mean? To sit there, like you said, to listen to us babble about, Xbox or random, current events.
It's gaming. It's a hobby. It's a hobby, and we love it. We have it in common, and that's why we come together, listen to, appreciate, one of those perspectives. Whether you're in the chat, to me, as far as I'm concerned, like I feel like I'm the fifth guy. I'm because I'm still growing and trying to learn, the ins and outs of just doing this. But to me, you're part of it. For me, like I'm as big as I am. I feel like
you're the pillar, my brother. You're the foundation.
But to me, it's the people that are in the chat that are part of this. They're just as important too. You
are the X in TXR.
Whether you super chat or not, I can care less. But guys like Fastback,
hey, you know what? We've never done this for money. Never.
No.
It's never been our goal to be rich and famous and all that. It's just like you said. It's the love of community and talking about our hobby.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of Fastback did a $5 super chat, and he said,
"Beautiful, thank you, brother."
My TXR brothers, because Downer said. Way to go, Jeremy.
Love you,
love TXR every Sunday. My go-to Xbox podcast. Yeah, you said it, brother. Again, we love talking to you guys on a Sunday night. It's fun. We got a lot of passionate talks going on. It's all about community and just having fun overall, right? So, it's like a hangout. So, we enjoy this. We love doing it. We love talking games and just chatting with you guys and having a blast, with everybody coming in to watch, listen, and in the chat.
And no negativity, man. Like all that, clickbait, talk and all that bullshit is for, that take that shit out the window.
Good vibes, man. Good vibes.
Yeah.
That's what it's like at E3 when we all get together. No one's talking any of that. There's no console war.
No, hell no. It's like, hey, we're going out tonight. We're going to have a couple beers. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Hey, we ain't worrying about. And don't get me wrong. My first couple E3s, I thought I was going to get jumped by some Sony ponies. You know what I mean? Hey, there's some dudes looking at me with the Sony shirts on. Like, I was like, oh, shit, it's about to go down.
Better watch your back, man.
Right? Gang banging on Xbox.
I was gonna say, you didn't throw up any signs, Southbound?
No.
I would think I would have.
I threw up the X, homie.
Throw up the X. I would have been flying colors, all sorts of
Oh my god.
Oh
no,
man,
but see, like ask Megatron. I'm always like repping. I got the Xbox symbol on my chest, or I mean, I always got something going. So I mean, you could definitely pick me out in the lineup.
Southbound in LA at any kind of gaming event, he's the welcome wagon guy. He's the guy that's showing you the ropes and just he welcomes you with open arms. I mean, the first time I met you, I'm in your house, meeting your family, we're eating dinner together. It was a great time, man. It was just like, and he just made that experience that I had for the first time just awesome. That. And
well, you know what?
TXR.
And it's crazy because that's how I, because I basically had to learn on my own, and it's kind of rough without someone showing you, and not saying, oh, I'm professional and I'm the tour guide, but it is kind of cool to have a helping hand to say, hey, do this, do that.
Oh, we lost you a little bit.
Oh
yeah, but it's just like he was saying, helping hands. You have guys like Tim Dog, guys, from Iron Lord's podcast are the great, and Grown Women Gaming, and Peter the Leader, Mr. Breathtaking himself. That, they've been those guys that kind of, kind of just help people along and tell them where to go and help them, just enjoy themselves in LA. We go to E3 every year, so I don't know how we ended up talking about this, but
Oh no, it's.
I know we're way off topic on everything, but
I think it started with Jeremy's super chat.
Oh,
Yeah,
So,
probably.
Well, I think it's funny that we're actually talking about it, Invader,
Mhm.
because it dawned on me today. This is pretty much me and Shockley's 1-year anniversary on being part of the TXR crew. I know I'm not gonna. I don't know about Shockley, but I'm pretty sure he was just as at least honored and dumbfounded as I was when you reached out to me and said, "Hey, do you want to be part of the crew?" And I remembered, like, we were talking about the first time I ever got on this. It was on Mother's Day, and it was me, Gaming Forte, and you, because no one else showed up. But I remembered all week long, I was like, I'm going to be on TXR. I'm going to get to meet Southbound, Megatron, Tim Dog, and they didn't even show up.
Yeah, that was a great
Oh,
chat
man.
though. You and Forte were pretty awesome there. But you know what, guys? Just with Flight Simulator though, I have to ask because this is the developer. It's a Sobo studio, and they've been linked to Microsoft Game Studios before. A year ago they put out that game Innocence Plague Tale, if I'm not mistaken. Was that them? I think so.
I think so.
You
What
know,
was your question?
well, anyways, I'm just
Yeah,
wondering,
you're right.
Asobo, do you think that they would be good for acquisition? Because again, this is a pretty highly touted game, the new Flight Simulator, and they've been on a bit of a roll as of like the last couple of years now. So I'm just kind of wondering if Xbox should pick them up.
I'll at least hop in and say yes. Xbox definitely likes developers that are flexible and also are able to be diverse. And the fact that Asobo went from doing A Plague's Tale Innocence to Flight Simulator definitely shows some very good flexibility in the company for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if Microsoft doesn't get them, I think somebody else will. If they're up for grabs. I mean,
There we go.
obviously they're extremely talented group of individuals. So
Mhm.
go
Yeah,
for
they
it.
should probably grab them. And who was it? Was it Iron Galaxy? I can't remember who did the first part of Killer Instinct, but the one that's still available, the one that actually expanded it. I think they should probably grab those two just to secure, the quality in those areas. Like
Yeah.
you saw, we know Killer Instincts turned out to be a quality product, and Flight Simulator, like you were saying, the highest rated PC game ever.
Are we
So-
getting any like hints on who's up for grabs?
Not yet. No really big hints.
Because
out
usually
there.
about this time, everyone's speculating, no, top 10, most likely to get acquired. You know what I mean? And I haven't really heard anything.
So the one with Asobo, it's kind of funny. It's like some have been trying to make a connection that when the game was first shown before it came out, in the cockpit of the plane, on the dash of the plane, there was like an ID number that basically somehow hinted that Microsoft was getting Asobo games. I mean, like I don't want to say some tinfoil theorists out there, but definitely there has been some people out there that have been trying to create some dots to connect that Microsoft is getting Asobo.
Mm.
And what are they known for? Because I'm not really big on unless they're top studios. I'm not really familiar
The
with
big
a lot
game
of.
you're probably going to remember is A Plague Tale Innocence.
Oh, okay, yeah. You know what? That was quality. It was very. The visuals were very top notch, in my opinion, and it went to Game Pass real fast. So maybe
Is it still on Game Pass? Because it was up for
Yeah.
sale for like $12.
Yeah, it's still there. It was starting in
Yeah.
Game Pass like last January, so yeah, it's still there.
I
Mhm.
bought it. I just recently bought that game because I saw how low the price
Yeah,
was.
I bought it when it first came out, and then it came out on Game Pass. That's the only bad thing about Game Pass. When you buy a game and it comes out on Game Pass, it's like shit.
Well, they've done a few things with Microsoft. For example, they did the Xbox One versions of Zoo Tycoon and Disneyland Adventures. And they did some HoloLens stuff as well back in 2016 with Fragments and that Young Conquer game, which didn't really look very good in my opinion. But yeah, they do have a connection to Microsoft and to Xbox. So, if I'm them, I would definitely take a look. The only thing is, how big are they? I'm kind of wondering about their studio.
Well, and it's kind of funny right now because in this, COVID-19, climate, a lot of these people that like there's no like job security. And it's weird because there's really never really job security in the gaming industry because people are always jumping around, moving around, and in and out. But you would think that getting swallowed up by Xbox or Microsoft, it would kind of put some security. That hey, I got at least a couple of years.
Yeah,
look forward
nothing
to.
like having that peace of mind, So
right,
yeah.
right. Because a lot of these developers are just stressed all the time because you know what? You don't know after the 6 months crunch if you're going to be out of work, a couple months after.
Use Undead
like you
Labs,
said,
for
because there's no
example.
job security, you better, I guess, grind. You gotta grind. What choice do you have?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So
And you got to like
unionization.
Yeah, you got to like outdo the next guy. You got to like just really go balls to the wall, and I mean that has to be hell on your mental state and your family life and everything else. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking outside the box, but you would assume that you would want a big strong bank account behind your employer.
Well, just look at Undead Labs and the creation of State of Decay, a game that came out as a PC kind of small caliber game, got put on the Xbox Arcade, was given a standalone title on the Xbox One, and now here they are talking about making State of Decay 3 on a AAA scale. And could they have ever done that without Microsoft?
Oh, most definitely not. And, and that's I'm glad you pointed it out because for the longest time Microsoft had this track record or whatever, this mind that they interfere with everybody's creativity. But it seems now the last few years they're letting these studios just say, hey, look at Obsidian, they got like 5 games coming out, like they're just nuts. It's like they're really just say, hey, you know what, go out and do whatever your passion project is. If it's nice and it's sellable, let's make it. And I love that.
Me too, man. That's probably, and they're speaking not just to them. The devs that are being acquired by Microsoft, they're coming out and speaking and talking about how great it is to work for them.
Right.
They're making what they want to make. And Microsoft's not butting in. I guess not too much anymore.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. The last few years, like all these new studios that they've acquired over the last few years, now they're did you ever think that Tim Schafer would sell to Microsoft? No.
Not in a million years.
No, hell. If you would have asked me 5 years ago, hey, you think that he's gonna sell? Not a chance.
Did you watch his video when he got acquired? He was like the whole decision making. It was about him being like a sellout.
Yeah, it was about money.
It was funny. Go watch it, but it was pretty funny.
Well, yeah, I mean, but that, like I said, it just goes back to your employer has a huge bank account, and you can kind of spread your wings and do what you want and not worry about, we're gonna have to go crowdfunding on this one. Because I mean, how many indie games had to go crowdfunding and then they fell short? And a lot of these games had promise.
Yeah.
But
and it's funny too because the studios that they acquired, well, some of them anyways, studios like Double Fine, In Exile, Obsidian, they were crowdfunding darlings, right? Some of their projects have, they set pretty high milestones on the different Kickstarters. So
there's a big game that's going under the radar. Well, I don't want to say going under the radar, but me when you were talking about it the other day, Invader, on how I have over 2,000 views on a video for Scorn. Scorn is a game that got started on Kickstarter, completely crowdfunded, and if you go in and read, because they were pretty active in communicating with the fan base on where they were at in development, and all they were like, all of a sudden we have a major source of income coming from some unstated publisher. Like they didn't want to, but now all of a sudden Scorn is being exclusive to not only the Series X, but pretty much the ecosystem of Microsoft. And like, I just really, Microsoft is not only putting their money into games with companies that they own, they're also helping other developers get their product off the ground.
I mean, look at like what they're trying to do with Bungie now. Bungie learned their lesson messing with Activision. You know what I mean? Because Activision, they're tyrants, and they went from being owned by Xbox and then going and signing a deal with the devil with Activision, and they got their freedom. And now look at like the stuff that they're doing with Microsoft. and it seems like they're happy, because like I know quite a few people that they used to work or currently work at Bungie, and they didn't want all the PlayStation because they're they used to be owned by Microsoft, so they were used to the Xbox ecosystem, so everything was kind of flipped on its head when all this PS4 exclusivity happened, and they were forced to use the PS4. And I'm saying that it was bad or anything, but it's just like if me as an Xbox fanboy going to PlayStation, because like even the controller, I see the triangle button and I think it's A. Just like stupid shit like that, it confuses me. And then, I know I'm just being petty, but it happens. And now it just seems like they're happier, because they're controlling their own game, they own their IP, and they can do whatever they want now.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty crazy with some of the stuff that was going on behind the scenes. Like, I loved when Marty O'Donnell was talking a few weeks ago, and he was like, as soon as we made the deal, it's like we knew, like, basically that they had screwed up, right? That it was bad from the start. So, yeah.
I mean, you see Marty, and you see he got screwed big time.
Somehow I just think they'll be happier if they were back with Microsoft. So
we know that's your biggest. Hey, we all know Megatron. That's your biggest wish in the world is for Bungie to be a part of it.
Come on home.
You guys remember when they came out and told everybody that Activision was making them throttle people who grinded on the game harder, right?
No, I never heard that.
No,
that's
basically like they had a mathematic algorithm in the XP grind to level your character up.
Yeah.
And basically, the harder you played the game, the harder it would be for you to grind. The algorithm. So the more hours you put in, the more hours you put in, you would basically receive less because the game knew you were trying to grind out gear. So it was basically throttling your XP.
Too bad.
Wow.
Where my buddy got 6 and I never got one. Because they didn't throttle that one.
No, I guess not. But guys, I have to say that games like Flight Simulator, like, I can't wait to get my hands on them. I probably won't play it on my PC. I'm not sure if my PC could handle it, but I'll definitely wait for an Xbox Series X version because that thing is gonna be like butter. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna move on to another game that recently released, fellas, and it's Battletoads, a game that a lot of people have been eagerly anticipating, including myself. I'm a huge Battletoads fan from back in the day. And, well, it's finally out, and it's been seeing a lot of, well, mixed reactions, to say the least, across the board. I've seen a few people really enjoying it, which I'm happy to see, but I've also been seeing a lot of dissatisfied people as well.
Are you surprised, though? Are you surprised?
No.
I'm not surprised.
No, definitely not, especially since the first trailer came out. You know what? I'll start with Shock here on this one. I know you've been playing it a bit, bud. What's your take on Battletoads?
Yeah, I've just played a little bit of it so far. The moves, I like the moveset with the beat 'em up part. I know there's like other parts of the game that aren't that genre. But yeah, so far, and I like some of the look, some of that 90s look that they have with it. It really pops on like a high def or like a HDR screen, so that looks pretty good with the animation. But yeah, I mean, it's about what I expected when they first showed like that teaser. Like, I knew it was going to be something small. I need to get back into some of that Streets of Rage 4, but I mean, it's that style. Not every game is going to be a AAA 50-hour game.
You know what?
So,
it's perfect for xCloud, to be honest with you.
Yeah, for something in between when you don't have like.
Right. It's not like something you have to grind or anything like that. It's really cool. If you're just sitting there posted up, you can hop on Battletoads and play that. And that's where I appreciate the xCloud, because there's games like that you like I said, if you just need to kill time, you could pop out your phone and hit up xCloud and you're playing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look who just popped in. Sup, Jeremy?
The man himself, Jeremy. What's up? He's looking for his headphones. Mike?
Mr. Super Chat.
Oh my God, he's here. How does my hair look?
Oh, look at that.
Oh, they took Shockley with them. Oh, no.
Body snatcher Jeremy over here.
Hey, was that like a political statement that he took Shockley with him?
Yeah, he took him for his podcast.
Wow,
Oh, man.
That's hilarious.
Well,
it's funny that people are on it about like, oh, it's not living up to how great those originals were. I'm like, the original Battletoads wasn't ever really great. It was like mediocre, but people played a lot of it because it was so free. It was just known for being so notoriously hard.
Mm-hmm.
So people used it as kind of like a bragging rights game. But there was way better beat 'em up games like Double Dragon 2, the Turtles games. There's quite a few other, Rivers. I think River City Rampage.
Mm-hmm.
So there's quite a few other ones that were better in that genre. It was never like, like a banger in its time or anything like.
You see, I agree with you, Shock, on that matter as far as the mechanics and whatnot, but Battletoads, I don't know, it had one of the, I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was aesthetically cool. It was kind of edgy as well. I just thought
like
it
the
was
lowbrow comedy that it brings, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I always appreciated like Conquer, because
Yeah.
I like that type of, dirty-minded humor.
No, and that's true, but at the same time, it wasn't that bad. I mean, they said, some things, and like some of the things were kind of racy. I mean, you looked at the Dark Queen, for example. I mean, her outfit, woo, damn. She's
I mean,
hot.
she does look like
Is this
a
like
Kim
current
Possible
battle?
villain or something. So.
Oh, yeah. But, I've been playing this game as well, and I can understand the mixed reactions for the new one because honestly, I'm kind of mixed on it myself. I'm going through Act 3, I think, at the moment. And I have to say that I'm finding it very... Like, there are things that I like. They do some good stuff with, like, the background art, and I think there are some refreshing things to it, but I'm finding my experience personally a bit underwhelming.
It is aesthetically pleasing to me, though.
Yeah, it's just like the jokes, for example, right? South, you had mentioned the humor, the lowbrow humor, and while that was sort of there in the original, at the same time, this one, the jokes to me just get old really fast, like right out of the gate. It's very self-aware, and I just find it kind of obnoxious in a lot of ways. I just find it got to the point where it was kind of annoying, in my opinion.
It reminds you of Jeremy a little bit, you're saying.
Well, believe it or not, maybe a little worse. And that is saying something.
I love you, Jeremy. You know, it's all jokes if you're listening. For me, I don't know if you were finished. Were you finished?
Well, there's a few other things.
We
you know what they did? You know
popping right now.
What's happening? You know what's happening?
Lemon.
Oh, Lemon. We got to get him on the show. Lemon is, listen, we have to work that out, Invader, behind the scenes, but we got to get him up there. We got to get him on here.
I second that motion.
Hey, Lemon is a riot.
No, that's just that brother is just a can of energy, man. He is.
Yes,
he does a great job on check him out on GRG on Friday nights, man.
Yeah, wonderful fella.
Mm-hmm.
Or follow him on Instagram, man. Hey, his life is like a party.
Real life facts. That is real life facts right there. You know what though? For Battletoads, for me, I haven't played it yet. Like I said, it looks good. I'm looking forward to playing it. It reminds me of the old school stuff. Fresh coat of paint. But I was kind of disappointed in the fact that it wasn't online co-op. That's it.
Oh,
that's it. I think that's the one big hang up for me. But other than that, I'm still glad the game is coming out. Hopefully, sooner rather than later, they'll come out with something and make it an online play. But
that's a big thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just agree with you. Go ahead. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's it. That's all I had to say. Because like I said, I haven't tried the game yet. I've been trying to play catch up on Destiny 2, unfortunately, and but
I wonder why.
Yeah, but later on tonight, though, hopefully I'll get to either play it or stream it and play it.
I'm downloading it now as we speak. I haven't.
If I stream it on Twitch, you watch me die over and over and over again. You'll ask that question: is this dude even a gamer? So that's it. But I'll try it, man. It looks great. I like the way I look like they changed it slightly from what we saw originally, right? So
hard to say, but I gotta say though. Go ahead, bud. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think Microsoft's main issue is when I think it was Iron Galaxy put Rash in like a kind of like if a Battletoad looked like he was in like a AAA game, they put him in Killer Instinct. with that model. So I think that got people to think of like, oh, well, it could look like that. But I understand they weren't even going to make this game. It was this smaller indie studio coming to them and asking them, hey, can we make this using your IP? So it was kind of a low risk, sure, because who knows if there's a huge, pocket of people that want to play Battletoads. So it makes sense they would start with something small versus if it was Conquer or like Banjo, they know those are like huge beloved IP. Battletoads, not so much.
Yeah, they did shop them out to Shovel Knight. They made a special appearance. I remember that as well. So they've been making special appearances in a few things. The Battletoads, what was it, Rash and Killer Instinct? That was awesome. I love playing as Rash.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's to me, that's how you do them right. I'm not just saying the art style, but like just the character himself. He just came off as like, yeah, that's a Battletoad for sure. But like I've been playing the game, Shock. I don't know if you played some of the mini games that they have. I found them really tedious too, the mini games. Like they just felt like filler to me. I didn't really find them as fun personally.
Well,
Jeremy's back.
So I had to whip out my PlayStation Pro cheap little headset to talk to you guys. I have no idea.
Why? How many headsets have you gotten in the last?
I have
few years?
like 4 working ones, the ones that my kids have not broken, but I can't find.
Okay, blame the kids.
I can't find my regular headset I use for podcasting, so I have to go with this one. Anyway, how you guys?
You sound good. You sound good, though. You sound good. Listen, I'm glad to have you on. I don't care if you got a tin can in the string from here to New Jersey. I'm glad you're on. So I know you've been busy as of late, but all the same, still, man. Super chat, Jeremy.
Yeah, school's been crazy. Right now, I have like 1,000-word paper. 1,000-word paper that's due, and it's a lot of work.
Oh, dude,
on top of the other stuff. Yeah, I'm
send it my way.
Plagiarize everything.
my friend send it my way. Like I was getting ready to say, I'll plagiarize it within seconds and then have it right back to you before you even wake up the next day. Don't worry about it. I got you. Yeah, man. But glad to have you on. That's it. You been playing anything at all, or have you checked out Flight Simulator? Because we did talk about that, or Battletoads.
I have not. I haven't, but I played Battletoads, and Battletoads is a good game. Yeah.
What?
Good.
You like Rare? What?
Surprise! Yeah.
Who are you, and what have you done with the downer?
A good 2D beat 'em up. Unfortunately, it's not online.
Side scroller.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not online. So I have to grab my kids who they just break everything, and we play. It's been good. I don't like the humor in it though. It's kind of it's kind of weird.
I like it. See, that's what I like.
If it makes me uncomfortable, there's a problem with it.
Yeah, because you're a dirtbag.
It's kind of cringy at times, but
yeah, everything's been good. I've been playing a lot of PlayStation games. I just started Ghost of Tsushima. Great game.
Cut his mic off real quick.
Yeah.
Is it really that good? Because I mean, I hear mixed reviews on that as well. I mean,
what's going on with my mic?
Beautiful
body.
No, you sound good, man.
No, you sound all right, man.
Oh, okay. All right.
I've heard
so we're gonna ask
Ghost of Tsushima.
Invader,
like I said, I heard it's very beautiful, but and then I heard negative like glitches and blah blah blah. So I don't know.
Oh no, Jeremy, I was just gonna say, have you? How far are you into Battletoads?
Oh, I've only played a couple levels. That's it.
All right.
But I had to jump on that Sony bandwagon real quick and try those games. So I think I'm gonna finish Ghost of Tsushima first, and then I'm gonna move on to The Last of Us 2.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, Ghost is definitely a pretty. At least I definitely love to try that game out. Piques my interest.
Yep. It's good stuff.
Yeah, brother. All right, guys. What to get into next? Well, let's see. What else do we have for topics tonight?
See, I ruined the flow. I jumped.
You killed it.
Jeremy, how have you been liking the Kishi?
I like it. I like it. It was a good recommendation. I think it's built solid. The controls feel nice. It's something that's gonna last you for a while. It fits my see, I have the S20 and it fits a little tight, but it fits good. So
which version did you get though? Because it's 2, right? I keep hearing this on my
I ordered mine from Xbox that has the Xbox home button. So I think Shock was having issues with once you push the Xbox home button.
On the Xbox button is just a home. It just has a picture of a home on it, and it just backs you out of the app to like your home Android screen.
Right, but on there, if you use it in game.
Yeah.
So there's 2 functionalities to it. One is if you're using it just scrolling through which game you want to play, then it backs you out of the app. Now, if you start using the actual game, then it just works as a regular home button. You can look at your friends list, et cetera, and play accordingly.
But it feels pretty good.
Where'd you order yours from, Downer? You got the Xbox one because Amazon says it's not available, at least for me, because how I ordered it until the 28th. Like it's not coming on.
I just bought it on Xbox, and that was it. In fact, I did it using my system. It's $100. So I just bought it on my system. Went to the App Store or the store on the Xbox, and just ordered it from there. And Microsoft does a great job in shipping. Yeah. I mean, it gets to you like literally. You don't even pay for next day shipping. It feels like next day shipping. It's very fast,
especially in the middle of nowhere where you're at.
I mean, literally, it was here in 2 days, which is nothing.
Well, lesson learned. I think I'm going to do that more because I ordered through Amazon. But Amazon's always quick for me to go to because I can click on it, and once something goes on pre-order, or if I could just search it, it's just right there for me. But I should have.
You can get the Android one right now though from Amazon. It's like $20 less. The only difference is it doesn't have the Xbox home button, and then the color of the buttons is not the same as the Xbox.
So back when I was in Los Angeles, everything you purchase on Amazon and it got to you that day if you ordered in the morning. It's not like that in the morning. It's not like that now in Montana, but I think Megatron,
2
you have
days
the
is not
option
bad
to get that. Yeah, it's not bad, but I'm talking about the Xbox. But if I order through Amazon, it takes at least a good 3 to 5 days to get to me per UPS.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's pretty good, especially, again, you live in right beside the mountains there. Yeah, exactly. You're with the cows and the horses and the billy goats and all them, right? So,
I literally live in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it is. There's not another store within.
It's like a ghost town, right?
No, it's not. Virginia City's like a ghost town, but Ennis, there's
no country for old men.
It's hard to tell because the pictures you post, man, those pictures are gorgeous. Like, serene, peaceful. Like, it adds like 30 years to your life.
I want to go for vacation, bro. I'm gonna head over there.
Yeah,
knock on your door, like, what's going down?
Now,
I will say, if you have the Note, the newest Note Ultra, I think is a little bit harder to get on, just because it's like flat edges, whereas I think Downer's is with S20 is kind of rounded.
Yeah, I got the S20 as well.
So now I got to ask Downer, because I know we're all over with the topics.
But,
and Vader is just lost right now, right? So, but do you have 5G? Like, are you getting 5G out there, Downer?
So the only network that has 5G in Montana right now at this moment is
Sprint, right?
No, it's T-Mobile.
Well, they're together now.
It's T-Mobile, Sprint, same thing. But
because when I went out there for work in like 2016, I had great service, and I was in the middle of what they call the Badlands in the eastern part of the state.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Badlands. What do you like? That's like Mad Max type situation.
No, you know what? Honestly, it looks like just nothing because the western part of the state is beautiful.
They got armored cars out there with guns.
It's like Fallout, all right? It's like Fallout. Fallout and Wasteland. Man. But guys, I have to let's go into another topic because earlier this week Microsoft announced the new Xbox experience, and it's basically the new dashboard coming, the new UI to the Series X and the Xbox One. And it looks like it's going to be something fairly substantial. There's going to be changes to like app borders, home screen load times, which I think is pretty important because I find it sluggish at times, and all kinds of other improvements. I think there's like moving backgrounds or animated backgrounds coming, which is pretty cool. You know, we've been waiting for that for a while. What are anybody can pop in here. What do you guys think of these new improvements coming?
We'll see. It's a wait and see with Xbox's current track record in dashboard software, because I mean for years and years they've tried to get this right, and for some reason they just can't do it. It's always sluggish.
Hey, you know what? They'll never top the Blades. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I wish we could go back to those, but. And make it just more modern. I think the Blades were a little modern, but like I said, just make it a little bit more modern and get back to that fast and fluid functionality of it. But I don't know. It's a wait and see with me because I'm still not sold whether or not they can get it done. I have no faith.
Oh, a little bit.
Oh wow! You need some Xbox Viagra.
So when you say get it done, for which part of it? Is it the store itself, the marketplace, or
it's just everything? I mean, if you look at the store, even right now, it's just a jumbled mess. It's a jumbled mess. It's hard to navigate.
They definitely need to figure out the store.
Yeah,
I will say if you have the newest update right now, it's a breeze. Especially the store, that thing loads up in less than a second. So
I remember you showing a video.
I'm honestly having trouble with Game Pass. With my, I don't think I have the latest. I should, but I don't think I do. But Game Pass is kind of a headache for me.
I keep thinking there's something wrong with me when it comes to situations because I'm used to it. If it's a mess, I guess I've lived in it and don't notice it. I gotta be taken out of the ecosystem and be put back in. But I don't ever have a problem with going through my apps or the store.
So I have Insider. I can try out everything before it launches. I can do all the betas, but I opted out because I just couldn't do it. My Xbox was crashing. I mean, it was just too much. So I opted out, and now I'm strictly legit. Don't try out before it comes out. And everything's been fine since then. But I mean, as far as the features go, they look nice. I know they're going to revamp the storefront for sure, and a couple other things. I know the home button's going to get a little facelift on it, where you can access certain things a lot faster. But again, it just remains to be seen with myself whether or not the clunkiness gets taken out, and just they need to do a better job navigating or having customers navigate a little bit faster and a little bit better, more organized for sure.
For me, it's three things that I go to. I go to the store, the marketplace, and I go to games, and I go to movies. I go to my entertainment apps like my Netflix and my Xbox movie and TV app, and just the games. Those are the three things. So if there's more than that, for me, I don't really see it. Like there was an issue where sometimes you would go into an app and it wouldn't launch. It would tell you to restart the console or something like that. Or but I don't have that problem anymore. I think they fixed that. But other than that, like, man, I don't know, Simple Simon over here. I've never really had a problem with using any of the. I just don't. I hear the complaints. I always see them. I just don't.
And that's the issue that I have right now is sometimes my game apps do not load whatsoever. And sometimes my apps don't load or they take forever to load. It's just not as fast or fluid as I'd like it to be. So it just remains to be seen. I do like the fact that they're bringing in the dynamic, backgrounds, which is cool. I mean, PlayStation's had that forever. And I think the look looks nice. It looks like I don't want to say it looks like the Windows storefront, but those tiles, big giant tiles. Everything looks colorful and artful, and it just looks kind of like the way the new the Surface. I don't know if you've ever played on the Surface Pro, but those new ones have the nice software to it.
Yeah.
And it's pretty nice. So
I don't know. Gotta check it out, man.
Yeah. It does look pretty slick. I mean, and this is going to be coming to like not just the consoles or PC, but also like Android. I think basically all the mobile apps, again, Game Pass and the other Xbox app. They're really trying this whole unified ecosystem. They really want everything to look the same across all platforms, which we'll give them credit for. Everything does look pretty slick from what I can tell so far. Get rid of the clutter. Like Jeremy said, I agree. It's kind of a mess. The way that certain things look, especially the storefront, it does look a lot better now. Because Shock, I know you have experience with it, and you're saying that everything is like really fast and it looks cleaner, right?
Yeah, going from that to say like because the PSN store was pretty good.
It's very good. Yeah.
Well, compared to what the new update is, it's night and day. It's not even close to what the current Xbox store and that Insider program is. It's so much faster. If you go on the PSN, it's still kind of laggy. It takes like 3 or 4 seconds for it to even load the store, and it's less than a second on Xbox. So you can see it. Rand did an in-depth video on it too.
I got to check that out. Mr. Charday Adams said he's an insider, and the store update is fast AF. What up, Cyber Gunter? I got to hang out with him over the weekend for a nice I think it was Thursday night. So what's up, bro? Thanks for coming by. Go ahead.
Yeah, and they have mimicked like Sony with the regular home screen, and I think it's very simple and streamlined now. It looks kind of like what they were showing in that update, other than
that's what you want from that's what you want from a storefront. You want it to be fast, to where people can go in and entice people to buy, whether it's a video that pops up quick, which I know that's going to be implemented in
that. Honestly, that annoys me when you go to I want to be able to choose if I want to see the video or the preview to the game, because most of the time I just want to download it real quick.
New one.
You can do it. Yeah, you can do it. There's a way to.
I'm sure I have it. I just haven't messed with it much.
It's really simple now. You just literally press the start button when you're like in the store, and it brings up turn off autoplay. The only thing they need to address, which I'm sure they will, is you can't find backwards compatible titles now. You have to. Unless you went I scrolled all the way down on the mega sale, and then it had a bunch of them 360 all for sale together. But if you want to look at the backwards compatible section, there is none in that new store. So that was the only negative.
Right. Well, either way, it's I'm looking forward to the update. I haven't gotten any of the recent updates. I know some people have the store update already. I'm an insider. I still haven't gotten it yet. I'm kind of disappointed. So hopefully pick that up soon.
Is there a version number on it? I'd like to check to see if I have it.
I was in the alpha skip ahead program. So
yeah, I am as well. So I don't know if I'm, I don't know if I got it. I know my Xbox updated about a week ago.
Yeah, it was weird because I was already updated, and then just one day when I went into the store, it was fine, and then I backed out, went back into the store, and it was automatically changed. It didn't update in between that, so I don't know what happened.
Weird, but either way, I'm looking forward to all the updates, guys. It's
of course, I love having all the latest updates, and like Jeremy said, even if my Xbox crashes, I know that's what I signed up for. So hey, somebody has to be the guinea pig, right?
Yeah, well, I just don't want my bloody system to be bricked at the end of the day.
Yeah, I know, man. That's why I kind of backed out of it. You know, I know I can go on whenever if I wanted to, but I just kind of
yeah.
I don't want to take the chance. So.
Yeah, I've heard some stories. I mean, as much as it's pretty cool to get in on that really early and you get to try out stuff before, you know, a lot of other people at the same time. Heard some horror stories about some certain situations with updates. So
that's the whole reason why I don't participate.
Yeah,
in
but Megatron
program.
got, you know, I mean, if you got a problem, he needs to make that phone call. He just picks up that green phone and he's good.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna ask Megatron to get to some of the higher ups.
Well, he's the man.
No. Just I just play games.
Look, he's blushing.
I'm teasing, bro. I'm teasing.
I know.
But all right, fellas, we'll move on to some other gaming news. And Warner Brothers finally showed off 2 games we basically knew about that were coming. And during yesterday's DC fandom stream, Warner Brothers lifted the lid on 2 titles. One was WB Montreal's Gotham Knights, which it's like 4 players. You get to choose between 4 playable characters, and it's a game without Batman, which is kind of interesting. And it's scheduled to come out in 2020. Gotham Knights, guys.
Invader, how did that go? I mean, I seen a shit show on Twitter because of that. No Batman, a Batman-less Batman game.
Yeah, well, it's kind of weird, you know, because supposedly Batman is dead in it, and you know, so the Bat family has to avenge his death or whatever the hell. I don't know. I think it's kind of weird. You can't have a Batman game without Batman.
Well, they say he's dead, but I mean...
Well, yeah, Batman's never dead.
No, of course not. But he'll probably pop up sometime in the game. It's just some kind of a marketing...
But that would totally undermine the concept of Batman Beyond. The original Batman was there, but Bruce Wayne was too old to carry on being Batman, and he passed the torch down.
Well, didn't he have his mechanical suit or something?
No, in Batman Beyond, at least the one I saw as a kid in a cartoon, it was a teenager. He was training.
No, I know, but
Bruce
Wayne had that. He had the mechanical suit, right? The metal suit to be able to still perform as Batman, even though he was like 80 years old.
Well, at least in Batman Beyond, it was like very rare. Did you ever see him kind of put on a suit? He was more like he was like Alfred. He was like Alfred. He basically maintained everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and then they backed up and made it. That Terry was his son. Like, come on, really?
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, you have the co-op experience, which is, I mean, to have that in a massive open world with story elements, that is huge.
Is that 4-player co-op? Was it? Did they announce it? See, that's what got me. You know, that's the thing that pulled me in. Like, I feel some kind of way because Batman's not in it, but a 4-player co-op to me is fire. You know,
but you can play the game from start to finish with 4 people, just like you can with Gears. But to have that story element in it with the characters and the level design that Rocksteady is known for.
Well, yeah. See, that's the thing. You know,
well, this isn't Rocksteady's game.
I know, it's Montreal. But they, same engine and everything else, and they, it's known for like Gotham is its own character in itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really interesting. The characters that they have to choose from, who they got, Batgirl, Red Hood, I believe,
Nightwing,
and
Robin was there,
and Robin.
Yeah, and they all have different play styles, if I'm not mistaken. So,
of course, they have to.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it Damian Robin or
Damian? I believe.
Obviously, Jason Todd's Red Hood. So, oh shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Damian.
I like Damian the character.
Yeah, but I mean, it looks like besides the whole Batman not being around thing, I think it's still a pretty cool game. I saw a lot of people get up in arms about that, but I mean,
don't worry, there'll be more Batman games.
Let's be honest, they were going ballistic on Twitter.
We have a product for you. It's called Arkham Asylum Trilogy.
Dude, it's hard to beat those games.
So the other half of this release, they had Rocksteady's Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. right? And that was in a big uproar because there was more of a trailer than anything. You didn't see any gameplay at all. And you know what though? I love the co-op that they showed in the other game, but then I don't know why, man. I'm just a sucker for a trailer. I got kind of more hype for the Suicide Squad than I did. You know, and then you saw at the end of that trailer, you saw Superman. You know?
Yep.
evil
Superman. Evil, yeah.
You're thinking he's gonna, you know, save this helicopter pilot or whatever. He saved some pilot or whatever from flying down, and he zaps the hell out of him with his.
He did a Homelander on him.
Yeah, and that's it. And even the humor where a little piece of stick hit him in the back of the head. You know, I remember the part of that trailer. It's kind of, you know what? Like I said, I'm a sucker for a trailer, and I got more hype for this than I did the other game that they showed. So I don't know. Go figure, man. That's it. So I don't know if you guys saw that too as well, but I got excited for it. I like the humor and a different take on things.
I'm kind of getting. I can never get burned off on Batman, but I'm kind of getting burned out on Harley Quinn.
Yeah, she's been showing up in a lot of things.
Yeah, like, it's just, to me, it's a little over the top. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like nailed the chalkboard now.
Hey, Mr. J.
Right.
She's okay.
Soup, get out of here, spandex. You know, it's like, shut the fuck up.
She's okay. I was disappointed though that they didn't have any gameplay because that game's been in development since.
You know what? That game's been in development for like 5 years already.
Yeah. So yeah, when they were doing that whole like, I didn't really care for like how they approached it, and then because they had this little panel with that actor, what was his name? Will Arnett, that's correct. And then they switched to the cinematic trailer, and I was like, okay, well, this looks kind of neat, but it was just I was expecting gameplay for the amount of time that they've been working on it. So it just, and this game isn't even coming out
till 22.
Yeah. So that's a pretty long dev cycle. I mean, I had heard that they were originally concepting a Superman game, but then WB didn't want to do it, and then they just kind of folded it into a Suicide Squad game. So
no, they originally wanted Suicide Squad because I know somebody that was working on it, you know, a long time ago, and he knew that, you know, it was Suicide Squad. Because I heard about it a long time ago. That, you know, basically the artwork and, you know, the ideas about Suicide Squad a long time ago.
They gave release dates on Gotham Knights.
Gotham Knights is coming out in 2021.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the other one, the Suicide Squad, 22.
They didn't give a date though. They just say
no.
You know who knows? I mean, maybe they wanted to, you know, have this game come out a lot sooner. But like I said, we had a hell of a year, and these I can only imagine what these studios have gone through. So, you know, but
now with Halo coming out in 2022.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
I'm serious.
Man.
I'm gonna
really
now.
Stuff too.
I'm gonna predict it now. Q1 2022 it's coming out. Q1.
And you know what? Honestly, I'd rather have it now than later, but I'd rather have a good game than have a game come out and it's released and it's trash, because you'll never hear the end of something like this.
No.
You know, so if it takes 2022, it's their own studio, by God, you know, let it happen.
Well,
you know?
Yeah, as far as the Halo rumor, like
Sal, what was that game we were playing in Seattle there, that Halo shooter game? You remember?
Oh, that's the arcade, though. That's the arcade.
Yeah, put that out. Yeah. Put that out there. You know, some kind of feeling, because it's fun as hell anyway.
No, it was fun.
It was fun.
Co-op. Yeah, we had a blast playing that.
I can't remember the name of it. For the life of me.
Well, you go play it at what's called David Buster's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have a Tomb Raider one too. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. So that's, I mean, just like I said, though, like, you know, I mean, I get it, you know, Jeremy, but like, I'd rather them just take their time and get it right, and it is what it is, man. I don't know. Blame it on the virus. I don't even care at this point.
Yeah, you know what? Everything right now.
The biggest game we got coming out right now is Cyberpunk. You know, plus we got a lot of other games coming out before then. And,
I mean, I don't want to start any rumors, but I mean, what kind of state is 343 really in? You know, they have so many people.
I think they're fine.
A lot of people at the top. Bro. A lot of people at the top left. A lot of prominent people in there. They left. You know, just
Yeah, but you know what? Honestly,
kind of stir the pot.
Nobody's irreplaceable.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
And there's always somebody that's up and coming that's got better ideas.
Well, there's only like 2 people that left though. There was the creative director that everybody hated.
It was still some big names.
No, the second person, she came in. She was only there for like 2 months.
No, I think didn't the
Mary Olsen was there for 2 months. So I mean,
it was a creative director, and I think
Mary Olsen.
Well, Longo had left in last year, I think. So yeah, he was the creative director, and then the campaign, the narrative lead on the campaign had left too around the same time, if I'm not mistaken. So there's a lot of names. There is a pretty sizable
the
list.
Creative director from the game that everybody hated left. So it's like, is that a win or is it negative? I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. You don't just jump out and leave a project after, so long it's been in development. I don't know. It's just to me.
I mean, it could be like creative differences. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Some people are contracted to do a certain part of the game.
He's been there since like ODST. So I mean,
yeah,
he kind of knows, and it looks like they're going in that direction as far as like they're harkening back, other than the graphics that people were upset about. Just everything else, they're kind of nailing. They're like nailing that sense of like that you got when you first landed on the first Halo in the first game.
Yeah,
I'm with Miss Chardonnay Adams and Cyber Gunter 81 that is going to come out holiday 2021. I think at the latest, but that's just a guess. Yeah. Like I said, if it didn't, will I be disappointed? Yes, but I'd be more disappointed if the game was.
It's not going to be 2022. There's no way in hell.
Well, plus, I mean, it goes with the anniversary for Combat Evolved, right? 20 years.
If you're keeping that count, I'll take your word for it.
Oh you're absolutely, you're right.
Yeah. So they could do some pretty creative things with that too for marketing. So I have no doubt that they're going to push it back to November 2021. Personally, anyway, that would give them a lot of time too.
Halo's a machine.
Well, I'd rather have a polished game than a glitchy game.
Halo's a machine. It's a whole world. I mean, you got was it a TV show or was it a movie? A TV show that's supposed to be coming around. You got toys based around it. You try to play in your market. You try to play in your marketing around it, and it's just like it's got it all come together.
It needs to be done right, though.
Timing is everything. You have a toy with I guess Locke's. His helmet was on one of the Banish's shoulder, and oh my God, he's dead. It's just people will just take anything and dissect it and just run with it, put it on social media. You just don't know the whole story, but
I just remember Megatron when Halo was part of pop culture. People were throwing Halo parties, launch parties,
LAN parties.
There was LAN parties.
You were.
Yeah,
I was throwing LAN parties, but I'm just talking about
Master Who. Look, he got his name from Halo.
Yeah, I did actually. You remember that, but there was there was so much excitement just building up for Halo. I mean, I just remember the days Xbox went all out for the Halo franchise, and they still will. But for some reason, they lost it. It's no longer part of pop culture. Now I think they're finally starting to get into the thing of things.
Call of Duty and Fortnite happened.
Yeah, but with the toys and the merchandise, and the Nerf guns and everything that you can think of. Now, I mean, Nintendo's following suit too. You look at what they're doing with Super Mario, all the figures they're coming out with, the world of Nintendo. They understand the potential that the Nintendo franchise brings in its characters. And I think that's the same way that's going to follow suit with Halo. I mean, Halo even has more potential, I think, because it's just back in the day, I just remember it was just engraved in our culture. And I hope it just gets to that point one day to where we can wake up and we can eat, breathe, and drink Halo. It's just, I remember those days, and I wish it was back to those days.
Yeah.
I think it's still there. I just think, people just want a better, shinier 4K light, I guess, with the story behind it more so than now. I just think people are just I don't know. I just feel
I think
Halo is still there, but there's a disconnect. I still feel connected in that world, but I guess some people need to be real, just kind of reel back in again.
I think this is the best way to explain what people want from a Halo game, Halo campaign game, and a multiplayer side. Number one is they want to have a great multiplayer, fast and fluid experience, meaning they want the maps. They want these legendary maps that Halo 1, 2, and 3 were known for. And, that's as far as that side goes with the multiplayer, that's what they want. From a campaign perspective, maybe using PlayStation is a bad example, but when I play a first-party PlayStation game, I'm totally engrossed in it. And it's not that way with Xbox games. It's just not, as far as the first part. For me, anyway. I don't know how it is with other people, your opinion, whatnot. But for my experience, when I play a PlayStation game, when I play a Sony first-party game, just the production value, the set pieces, the way it's almost like a movie kind of. Every game you play from a first party Sony game is just really well made. The story, you're engaged with the characters and the story right away, and it's a great experience. I don't have the same experience, or didn't have the same experience I got with Gears of War 5 or 4. I just didn't. For whatever reason.
I think we all can agree that the story kind of fell off after 3, and you can say what you want, what are the reasons why or whatever, but it's hard to live up to history and nostalgia, and I'm not trying to make excuses, because really it is. Just look at any kind of movie franchise. It's always hard to live up to the first 1 or 2.
Yeah, and Nintendo, for example, every game they make, whether it's a Super Mario game, whether it's a Metroid game, whether it's a Zelda game, these guys have been developing those games for years and years and years. And you look at Sony's developers, and they've been developing games for years and years and years. And maybe Microsoft or Xbox just doesn't have those people in place right now, and that's why they're pulling people from Santa Monica Studios. They got initiative post all kinds of talent.
Right,
money talks, bullshit walks.
Instead of buying up exclusivity for GTA 4 like Peter Moore did, he could have been investing in the first party, and we wouldn't be in this mess. But here we are.
Let's not. Peter Moore did great things for Xbox, in my opinion.
Right.
Those things make sense in the short term, while you're also building up your first.
Well, you know what?
You don't have.
Hey, that
didn't
GTA
do that.
shit was that GTA thing was great for Xbox.
It was great, huge for Xbox.
Now the tattoo, stick was a little, much, but no.
Did it do anything for Xbox gamers though?
Yeah,
no, it just
because you couldn't play
PS3 gamers.
Doc, I would go as far. So I used to be a Sega fan, and I would go as far as saying that Peter Moore made me love Xbox for what it is, or for what it was.
You made Sega fans hate Peter Moore because he took shit. He did. He gave everybody else Shenmue 2 except North America, and they were like, "Hey, well, we're gonna give it to Xbox. That's how you're gonna have to play it." But if you live in Australia, you can play it. Or
he did some nice things with Xbox and PlayStation 2. He put Shinobi and a couple other titles that were exclusive on those systems, and he did the same. Smilebit made great games. Gun Valkyrie, Jet Set Radio Future, and those games went to Xbox. To me, we got the better end of the deal as far as that goes. But we're going back in time now.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we were talking about Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad.
I know. I'm like, wow, how did we get here?
We turned the left way back, a few miles back.
Now, guys, I'm going to transition us onto what's probably going to be our last topic of the night. And we've got an interesting situation here with an upcoming psychological horror game. It's called Martha is Dead, and it recently got a new trailer. It's developed by a studio called LKA, and it's set in Italy during World War II. Now, this game was previously announced for PlayStation 5. But now with the new trailer, it claims that the game is coming to Xbox Series X and PC sometime next year. And it's very intriguing to me. And I'll leave this open to anybody on the panel that wants to chime in on it. But do you guys think that this game is now coming? Like, do you think it's like there's some kind of exclusivity deal for this game at all?
I think it's probably timed exclusive with PC and Xbox. I don't think it's, and I think they're going to release it maybe 6 months down the line on PlayStation 5. But I mean, it just remains to be seen. That dual reality gameplay is sick, though. I was like, whoa, that's pretty crazy. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. So
I feel bad because I don't even remember the trailer. I mean, it's just one of those things. I think it's a time thing, like you said, and was it on anybody's radar? It's a game.
No, but it's a cool. It is a cool game. Just got a new trailer again a couple of days ago. It's very originally about 5-6 months ago. It was only supposed to be coming out for PlayStation 5, and now it's kind of switched. So I'm kind of curious if they got it, if they landed it for Game Pass.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. Maybe it was one of those deals where, hey, this is another,
And Xbox needs these games, guys. They need these games.
There's rumors, they need a portfolio.
Yeah, and there's rumors circulating with the Silent Hills possibly coming out for the PlayStation 5. And if they get that exclusively on PlayStation 5, it's a big blow, So games like Project Mara and Martha is Dead are if they're good, if they're important to the system, they're important to the platform. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of the Silent Hill series. There's no doubt about it. I think Part 2 is probably one of the greatest games ever made. You can download it and play it right now on your Xbox Series X. It's the Xbox 360 backwards compat, where you can just have Part 2 and 3, but Part 2 is by far the best of the series. And that's why games like Project Mara and Martha's Dead is so important to the platform. I need these games. I play these games.
Well, not only with that,
Medium has the Silent Hill composer. So
yeah, the Medium, yeah. You got the Medium.
The composer is Yamaoka, something like that. I forget his last name, but talk about great soundtracks. He did the soundtrack for oh my god, the Grasshopper Studios. Oh my god, I can't even think of the name. Shadows of the Dam. Chainsaw. Yeah, Lollipop Chainsaw. Shadows of the Dam on 360. Those are great games.
There's two composers for the Medium. There's two composers for the Medium. One is doing the Shadow World. The other one is doing the normal world.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's a cool.
At least that's on the Xbox website. They highlight him, on the advertisement.
Yeah.
And then you have another horror game, a psychological horror game, the sci-fi one Scorn, which I know Centurion has done a deep delve into. But Xbox is really attracting all these spooky kind of horror games, which strategically, I think that's a good move.
We can't all go spook. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They went away this generation. We didn't get those psychological horror games like we got in the previous generation.
Man, I love
Condemned and Fear. And you guys remember Fear, then the Silent Hill
Fear
series.
3 was dope.
But those games have a place in this industry, and for whatever reason, whether it was creative differences, but they're pretty much by the wayside now, making a strong comeback.
I'm so limited with horror games, man. Plus, now they're so realistic. I can't handle it, bro. I can't. But let me tell you, I want to change the pace really quick. That Black Myth Wukong 13-minute trailer they released earlier during the week. You guys saw that? I think around the 20th. Did you guys see that trailer? That to me is what we need. That right there that blew my mind. That was
Jade Empire 2.
Yeah, it reminded me. That was the first game I thought of was Jade Empire. But that Black Myth Wukong. If you guys haven't seen that, check it out. It's on YouTube, man. It's a 13-minute official gameplay, and awesome. Coming out on all platforms, but it looks really, really good, man. I'm ready for that. That game's got me excited. So.
Yeah, the movement on that, it's crazy. You look at the guy, he's like twirling, what is it? There's all this fire twirling about, and then you got this big ass monster coming down you. And then you look at the detail on the creature. He has all this you can see all the intricate details of the fur, and then he's jumping around in the background trying to get a better angle at you to attack. It's crazy.
He's whatever so the first guy he fought, I guess he was able to take his weapon. And he progressed through the game, and he's fighting this like wolf or werewolf. That's this huge thing. The scale and scope to me is awesome. Like they have it like everything is just perfect, and it catches on fire. And he's still on fire. They're fighting toe to toe, and then it goes to the next level. And the guy just goes up in the clouds. He literally goes up he's fighting in the sky. Like if you're an old school karate fan and see some of the new wave movies that are coming out now that have been out, for I guess it started in the late 90s, mid 90s. This is kind of where this is at, and I just think it's phenomenal, it's fresh, it's new, and that game has got my attention. So everybody should check that out, man. That game was awesome.
Yeah,
man. I got
guys. Well, I hope you have a good night. I need to get going.
I do have the
Jeremy.
Later, Jeremy. Thanks, man.
All right, Jeremy. Good talking to you, brother.
Later, sir. Take care.
What were you saying, Sal?
I do have the new store. It's pretty badass.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, it's actually pretty fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Actually, speaking about the store, have you guys gotten in on any of the sales going down?
No.
I picked up, like I said, what was the game? The Asobo game. Oh my gosh, man, my memory sucks.
Plague Tale?
Plague Tale. I picked that up, and it was like $12. I picked up that. I saw the Silent Hill Jeremy was talking about on the 360 bad compat.
Yeah, it's dirt cheap.
It was like $7 or something for 2 games.
I think it might have been.
It might be cheaper than that. It might be cheaper than that.
I think I got it. Yeah, it was either $7 or $5. Can't remember.
Before I got on the show, I pulled the trigger on Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition with the Duke Nukem audio.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it was only $5. So I was like, okay, damn, I'm getting in on this. Like 90% off. Why not, right? Hey, I'm always down for a competent shooter, and I've heard good things about it. So, okay, whatever. I'll go for it.
Resident Evil 3 is for they got it for $35.99.
That's where I went off the deep end. I got Resident Evil 3, Saints Row the 3rd remastered, Doom Eternal. I got the season pass for the hell is it called? The one that was done by oh my god, Take Your Happy. What the hell is that one?
I don't know.
No idea, man.
We believe you.
No, by Compulsion Games. We have
a few.
Oh, okay. My god, yeah. And I bought Hot Garbage.
Your joy. You're talking about your joy. You said Take Your Happy, so you refer to
Take Your Joy. Yeah. My bad. See, I haven't played it yet.
Me neither, believe it or not. So
backlog a mile long, but I know that I'm going to enjoy that game, and hell, I'm not going to say no to a $6 season pass.
Yeah, it was tempting to pull the trigger on that, but I don't know. Like I really enjoyed We Happy Few for all of its flaws, but I think it's a really interesting concept of a game.
Did you play Remnant from the Ashes, Invader?
You know what? I have it downloaded. I just haven't played it because it's on Game Pass.
Same here.
It's on Game Pass.
Oh, yeah, I grabbed all the Dead Space games, both of the Bad Companies, Metal Gear Rising, that Silent Hill game. I got a bunch of the 360 games that I owned on disc since they were so cheap.
Yeah,
because those are actually up in price too. Like when I was selling them. So, and I picked up Prey and Dishonored 2 because I had those in physical condition, so I just was upgrading to digital.
Ace Combat 7 they have here. It was $84.99. Now they have it for $28.04.
Oh, that's probably with the DLC.
Yeah.
Ace Combat was a good game. I enjoyed
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
And then
Anybody play Andromeda?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I 100%ed that game as best I could.
Really?
Oh yeah, I enjoy Mass Effect. I enjoyed Andromeda.
Yeah,
It was no Shepard story for sure.
Oh no, that was classic. I don't think it's gonna be a real trying to fucking pass that. You know what I mean? Because those 3 games was really hard to beat. You know what I mean? Until the ending of the third, which really pissed me off. But that's another story for another day.
There is some great deals. They got both Prey and Dishonored as a bundle for $19.49. I think that's a good deal. I haven't played Prey. I played Dishonored.
Oh my god!
Dishonored 2.
Tried Prey?
I haven't both.
I bought Prey. That came out 2017 or 18.
Did you like
I think
18?
16. No, 17. It came out 17. I think
It was in March when that game came out.
Did you like BioShock?
Yeah, I love BioShock.
Okay, I want to say you could probably find a lot of relations to BioShock in Prey other than I enjoyed Prey. I thought it was really cool how you're not limited to kind of the game is almost a sandbox in nature, even though it's all corridors.
The only thing I didn't like about it was the shooting in it. I don't know. To me, it felt a little bit off, but otherwise, it had a really nice atmosphere to it. I own it. I haven't beaten it.
Now the shooting in Prey sucks because honestly, to go around in that game shooting at everything is really difficult. I found myself most of the time walking around whacking everything with a wrench.
Oh yeah,
because you really don't know. Like something's in the room, you just don't know which chair is going to attack you.
Yeah, shout out to Fozzie. He just pointed out that Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey are $19.99, which is also 2 great games with a crap ton of content.
You're looking at 100 hours.
Dude, you're looking at I had almost 200 hours in the base game of Assassin's Creed Odyssey without doing DLC.
Wow.
I mean,
I picked up Dragon Age Origins. I never played that one. I think it was only like $3.
Dude, that's another good one. I remember Dragon Age Origins. I was just getting off of the Mass Effect BioWare hype train, and then they came out with Dragon Age Origins, and I just wanted more of what BioWare was putting out.
Right. All right, guys. On that note, I think we're gonna wrap up tonight's episode. And honestly, guys, wonderful show tonight, discussing like all the games that have come out, like Flight Simulator, Battletoads, and a lot of the new reveals like Suicide Squad and Gotham Knights, and so much more. Guys, so many games, so many bloody games to talk about these days, right? First world gamer problems.
Right. So many games, so little time.
Exactly, brother. And, of course, a massive thank you to everybody that joined, tuned in and listened to us.
A little tongue-tied tonight, brother.
A little bit, yeah. I don't know why.
You've been hipping that moose jaws or what?
A little bit, yeah.
I think it's been too much Megatron drinking some Moscato.
Yeah, I had a little too much
Moscato.
Pull a chair up, man. I'm passing it around. We can play some Battletoads co-op, Moscato and all.
A little too much moose. Yeah. But guys, it means a lot to us that you showed up. We appreciate the love that you showed the show. And if you enjoyed our little back and forth banter, then consider dropping a like, sharing this awesome episode out, and subscribing to keep up to date on all things TSR. Again, fellas, we had an awesome show. Now let's get to some of these outros, and I'll start with Megatron, the man with the drink in hand. Where can everybody follow you?
Hey, man, as always, man, you can hit me up on Twitter and talk about anything and everything, including gaming. If you got something to get off your chest, vent, stress, whatever crazy world we living in right now, hit me up, man. Megatron_1975. And my gamer tag is Megatron1 on Xbox Live. And my Twitch streaming, when I finally get around to doing that, is Megatron 1975S. Hit me up. Thank you. Thanks everybody for coming through. 1,000 subs. Appreciate it.
Gold.
Definitely, brother. All right, next, Eric Shockley, buddy. Awesome show, and let everybody know where they can follow you at.
Yeah, great show tonight. You can follow me at ShockNero on Twitter, Easy Shock on Xbox Live. But yeah, definitely hit up some of those sales. I think they end either tonight or tomorrow. So yeah, definitely take a last look before they're gone.
Yeah, absolutely. No, there's quite a few good deals on there. Again, while you can. Next up, Centurion, buddy. Some really good comments tonight, brother. Where can everybody follow you at?
Well, yes, it has been another great show, gentlemen. Thank you once again for letting me be part of this experience. And as always, you can find me here every Sunday night kicking it with you fine gentlemen. You can also find me kicking it over on the Shop Podcast with PTK Blam and the rest of them. And you can also follow me on Twitter, YouTube, and Xbox Live at Centurion1307.
So charismatic.
Oh, yeah, he's Mr. Charismatic, that's for sure.
Man, such a showman. That was amazing, bro.
Oh, yeah, the greatest showman. Get it right.
You should hear me on the phone at work.
Ooh. Yeah, I like to hear you on a PA system. All right.
I try to keep it fun.
Yeah, no, absolutely, brother. And Southbound, it was great having you on tonight, as per usual. It's it's not the same without Southie around. So where can everybody follow you?
Hey, man, you know what? I try to keep it lighthearted. I like to stir the shit a little bit. You know what I mean? But I try to pop it in every now and then. Honestly, I kick myself in the ass because I need to be here more often. Because, like I said, I really do love you guys, and this is a big part of my heart. So I just appreciate all the love that I get shown, and I'm always available on Twitter at Southbound110. You know what I mean? I'm always offline on Xbox, but you can hit me up there. If you send me a message or whatever, I'm always gonna respond. So hit me up, Southbound110, Twitter and Xbox. Much love to everybody. Hope everybody has a good night. Deuces.
Yep. It's always a better world when you're here, bro. It's great, man.
Absolutely.
Oh, you guys are gonna make me blush, man.
You're already blushing. You know it. Stop it.
You got me.
From cheeks to cheeks, top to bottom, South brother.
Cheeky business right here.
It's South down.
All right.
It's all love though. TXR, baby.
Most definitely.
TXR. And to close us off, this is Invader. You can find me over on my YouTube channel, Invader Gaming, and I'm pretty active on Twitter at Invader_1986. Everyone, I hope you have a fantastic evening, and we have some really cool changes coming to the channel really soon. I'm excited for what's coming. Fingers crossed, either next week or the week after we can reveal it. But
stay tuned.
We got some good stuff coming, guys. And on that note, we can't wait to see everybody on next week's show. So have a good night, fellas.
Later.
Ciao, Bella.